Okay, so as you can see over here, all the cards are different, and I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, just to say stop anywhere you want. Okay, just go ahead and say stop.
Stop.
Right there? Okay, right there. I'm gonna put the prediction right here for a moment. Okay, so from these pieces of paper, I'm going to ask you to please point to anyone you want.
The middle.
The middle one? Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the side for a moment. Let me show you first that you didn't pick this one. Notice there are different names. Okay, and in this one there are different names too. Alright, but you pick this one. So let's use this one. If you don't mind, can you please take the scissors and cut in any line you want, right above any line. Now let me ask you, which line do you want? In the middle? Are you sure? You can change it. No? Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, now let's take this piece. Alright, let me throw it towards the camera so you can see, and this piece as well. Okay, now notice you could write in this name, which we pronounce it. It is Ivan. In English, I guess is Ivan. I don't know, but that's the name you cut. Okay. Now the prediction that I have right here is exactly the same. Ivan. That's the name you cut. Okay, so what you basically need is just the prediction. You can have the prediction in a card, enforce it, or just in a folded paper. Okay, it doesn't matter. Now this is besides the point. This is not what I wanna be focused on this video. You want to know the force that I used, just go to the video footnote. However, in this video footnote, I will include this paper which you need. This is a PDF file. You need to print it from inside the PDF file so it comes in the right size, because if you use any other format, it may not come in the right size. However, let me show you from these samples. This is 4-inch height and 1.5 width. I do have the template from the printing, and I have a dotted line right here in which you need to cut, and you can cut right from the center of the dots. Now once you already have this template, I will recommend that you fold this little flap, this little piece. There is a reason for it, just from this line. Now this is gonna be easier for you because when you fold a large piece, you can put it inside this flap, the bending, and the edge is gonna rest on this folding. Okay, make sure you crease the folding, and from here you can just fold it again, so it's easier, and you have already the template done. And I recommend for you to use color paper, the thicker the better, and from here you can just cut and fold as you can see in the template. Okay, now in this example I already have these pieces that I use in the performance. Okay, it is the same size and it's gonna help you to do the right foldings. I have another template, the lines. Okay, now right here it's better if you are careful when you cut it, because this is gonna be the guide for you to draw the line on the color paper. As you notice, this is a little narrower than the actual template, because when you do the folding, you can, with a pen, just do a little dot. Okay, one side over here and one side over here, in each and every line. And with a ruler, just create the whole lines. Now you have the names. You want to change the names, go ahead. I'm just showing the example. Now the black borders, the line, is better for them not to be showing when you cut. So as you can see, I put the instructions right here, which it says, cut inside the dark line and prevent from showing it. Just use it as a guide to cut and make sure the predicted name is not showing any white gaps. We're gonna do this cut very quickly. I don't know if you can tell, but right here there is a little tiny separation between the name and the dark line, the border over here as well. So here you have to be careful to cut right on the name, but make sure the dark line is not showing. The dark line is like a guide for you to cut, and be careful and take your time. From the side, I will highly recommend you to cut right in the center. I'm asking you to cut right in the center of the dark line. It is because after the prediction, when they cut it, let's say from here, you don't want this side to be wider than this one. And as you can see, the predicted name, which is Ivan, which is in Spanish, this is the name, should be already cut it. So when the spectator cut, they're gonna cut it somewhere in between. In this case, they cut between this name and this name. And when I take them out, I put them in backwards. If you cut it right inside the dark line, it's better. But in this case, I ask you to cut it right in the middle, so it's the same width. It's imperative that you don't end up with one side wider than the other one. But in my case, I cut inside the dark line anyway. From these other two, I'm gonna ask you the same. Just cut and take your time. Just cut inside the black borders. Anyway, when you finish, you just put each and every one in the envelope. And this is where you have to do the magician's choice. Okay? This is where you ask the spectator. Now, it's imperative for you to keep tracking the gimmick, well, the forced envelope. In this case, I have it in the middle. Now, you ask the spectator. It's better for you to place it in the middle because most likely the spectator, they point the middle one. But let's say they pick this one over here. If they want this one over here, you say, well, you ask them, are you sure? If they say, yes, I'm sure, I want this one. Okay, but you want to use this. So they pick this one. You say, okay, open it up. And let's see what we have over there. And they see the names. Now, you need to ask them once again. I have only two. Which one do you want? If they say, I want this one, you ask, are you sure you don't want this? You say, yes, I'm sure I don't want this. If they don't want this, then you open and show it. Okay? If they say, this one, I'm going to ask, are you sure you don't want this? They say, no, I don't want this. Okay. You want this? Yes. Okay. And you show it anyway. It is called magician's choice because it's not the spectator's choice. You're actually forcing the one is already prepared with a forced name. So those are different ways you can force this envelope by using the magician's choice. And that's it. You just ask the spectator which line do they want. It is imperative that you use thick paper because you may not notice, but I can barely tell because the white paper is right on the green paper. Let's say they cut the bottom one right here, just to make it a little bit more visual. Now, you see the name pop out. You need to be careful. You need to hold both pieces, so the little piece of paper inside doesn't pop out. You hold them, and when you open it, try to be a bit more confused. Try to spin, put it in the side, so the spectator is not really following. They know they cut from here. If you pull it out, they see the name that is cut is right above. So you want to spin it, take it and spin it again, so you confuse the spectator. And as you can tell right here, it will always be the force name at the same thickness, so you can compare side to side for a better visualization and a better impact. So the name is Ivan, however, Ivan in Spanish, and that's the force. You can have this paper, the predicted name, or any other name, in a piece of paper. Just fold it in half and be careful that the name doesn't show up through the paper. And that's it.